Yeah, Weege Show. Welcome to Prairie City OHV. That's what the locals call it, but we all know it as Hangtown. There's a sign all the way out there that says both. Yeah, once a year, this becomes Hangtown. Lucas Oil Pro Motocross Round 2. I'm Jason Weigandt. We got some breaking news. Breaking news on the show. Joey Savatgy did not race last weekend, but he's back. He is back, and Justin Shantie is back as his mechanic, bro.
Oh, I am back.
Yeah, so Savatgy was your guy?
He was. He's always my guy.
He's always your guy?
He might ride a different color. He's always my guy.
Unbelievable. So what were the odds you were putting on this that someday, yeah, we'll just come back around and you'll be back in the team and I'll still be here?
We knew it. You did? Yeah, we didn't fully get divorced.
Sure.
We did a little annulment.
Okay.
And yeah, we're back on. We're a duo
separated.
Again.
You kept it for the kids. You kept together for the kids.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Got to do it for the kids.
So explain to me why they announced Joey's gonna be in the team. He didn't race last weekend.
Yep.
Why were we at a 1 week delay?
Honestly, we just wanted to have a little bit more time on the bike.
Yeah.
We still don't have a ton of time on the bike. I think we got like 13 riding days. So
yeah.
A few more 30s under our belt. Another weekend, you know, like a rest weekend to kind of just, you know, be able to ride on Friday, again on Monday. Hopefully these guys smoked themselves a little bit last weekend, come in a little fresher.
Oh, okay, all right.
Make it a little easier on them. I mean, it's always a grind, but I feel like even though it's only been, you know, 3 to 4 extra days of riding, we're a little bit more prepared than we would have been last weekend. So
you can't.
He's had great results here before. So.
Yes. With you with the wrenches.
Yes, we won one year.
That's right. So you can't just come off the couch and the 35 minutes. That doesn't just happen.
That's tough.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
You know.
So an extra week. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Back.
Absolutely. Yeah, we're back.
All right. That's big news. All right. That's good.
All right.
Justin Shantie back with his guy. You wanted to be in it, right?
Yeah.
You wanted to be in it.
Yeah.
Now, are you? I'm seeing the shirt. Are you an Eli guy?
Yeah, I'm an
Eli guy. Is it all right that he's not green anymore? Is that okay?
That's okay. That's okay. I'm still a big fan. Kind of broke my heart a little bit, but I still like him. I'm happy.
Because you're a Cowie guy.
Yeah, I'm a Cowie.
Oh, okay. Do you think he can win here, though?
I think he can.
Okay.
He really likes the track.
He's been excellent at, oh, good trivia there. He's been excellent at Hangtown before. All right, congrats. You got on the show just like you wanted to do. So that's the good news for Cowie, that Savatgy is back, but we have some bad news over here at the Monster Pro Circuit rig. So the bad news is Austin Forkner is out again. Austin Forkner is out again. We were seeing a potential renaissance at Austin Forkner when he got back in Supercross and won a race. And we were really hoping that he'd be a contender. We could always use more contenders in either class, especially the 250, so that's a bummer. But maybe we did add a name to the pile of contenders because Seth Hammaker, bro.
Yeah.
What was going on last weekend, dude?
I don't know, it was pretty good. Started off really good at first qualifier. I was fastest, so I was like,
yes.
I don't know, I wasn't too surprised, but I was like, man, that's sick. So.
But you almost backed it up.
Yeah,
you were, what, to the last lap, I think you were fastest.
Lap,
yes.
And then Jet just edged me out.
Right.
I was fastest overall still, but it was just good to like back it up in the second one too, not just like the first one. And then the motos, they were decent, not where like I want to be, but you know, I'll take it. So. What
was the difference? Obviously the speed was there, you ran up front, Moto 1. What was the difference in that last like 10 minutes? Is it you haven't been on the bike or haven't even done a lot of these? What was it?
I think the first one I just rode tight.
Oh, okay.
Got a pretty bad arm pump.
Okay.
And then the second one, the arm pump was good, and my endurance felt pretty good. It wasn't hot, but it felt good. And then I think just that intensity, I lacked a little bit of intensity, like Jet, Hunter, but
it was an arm pump thing, not a fitness thing.
The first moto was, yeah. And then the second moto, I felt like all around I was better. I rode looser and stuff, so.
I see.
But yeah, the first one after. First couple laps were okay, then I got arm pumped, and I had a bunch of dudes behind me, and then I was just getting eaten up, and then it's just I got a little bit frustrated and tightened up. So, but yeah.
So can we officially say you're not a Supercross guy? Because we'd barely seen you race outdoors. Almost every Supercross you've been in, you've been fast.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking maybe it just trends that way. No, you can ride this stuff.
Yeah, I can ride this stuff.
Okay.
So I like outdoors, and I just want to keep improving and get through a whole season. That's my main goal. So.
Well, that was the craziest thing. You had only raced 3 nationals?
3 before that one, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, only 4, so total, and yeah, I think it's gonna get better. So.
Okay, all right,
First
new
time
contender.
Here in Hangtown, so
oh, that too.
Yeah,
that too.
Some new tracks that I haven't raced this season. So, yeah.
Is that okay? It would seem impossible on paper. I mean, you literally have to go fast on your second lap. But is it really? Is it as crazy as it sounds?
For some reason, it doesn't feel like that.
Yeah.
You know, like sometimes you're just out there and you're like. You know, when I get on the bike, I just know that I'm confident. You know, I can do what I can do, and I'll check out the track and just start laying down laps.
Well, yeah, it's not like we've ever seen like anyone who's never been in a track before is 15th or worse in qualifying. It doesn't really equate at all.
I don't think that's true. Like, it just Yeah, I feel like riders just picking up. So.
You just do it. So you're not worried.
Nah, we'll be good.
All right, Seth Hammaker. We got a new contender in the class. Big thanks to that guy right there.
Yep.
Responsible for all this or some of it or what?
What? For what?
Last week, man, he's crushing it.
Yeah.
How much you want to take?
We've been putting in work, man. We put work.
I got to say this. So Jeremy McGrath was on our TV show last week, and on our conference call, he's like, you need to watch out for Hammaker. And we were honestly like, yeah, he's just pumping the Cowie, guys. He's just pumping the Cowie. No, that was legit.
Yeah.
So he must have seen something. Things were going well, I'm assuming, in prep. Because he's like, I've seen him ride. He's been going fast.
The last few months have gone really well.
Yeah.
Put some good work in. I think there's more to come for sure.
So we should not be surprised.
No, not at all.
Okay.
Not at all.
All right, IT. That's good. You get excited when you see a number 30 sitting there? You get a little excited?
Yeah, I always do. Yeah.
Those are glory
Brings
days.
it back,
Yeah, those are glory days.
17 years ago now.
I remember. That's Ivan Tedesco. He won the national title in the 250 class in 2005 on a number 30, Monster Energy Pro Circuit Kawasaki. That is Joe Shimoda's bike. Shimoda, who is the closest to breaking up the Honda sweep last weekend. Yes, Honda won all the motos and finished second in all the motos. I've yet to find a race in the 50-year history of the series where a team has done that. Gone 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, 1-2. I put my best man, my stat man, Clinton Fowler on it, and I'll try to get an answer by the time the motos begin tomorrow to know for sure if that is an all-time record. One of the big topics for me this week is this, can this be replicated, right? Is this mean something? Sexton and Roxon, especially in that 450 class, is this the beginning of Honda finally getting back to where they used to be? And I mean, it's been a long time since Honda was dominating in the premier class. And obviously when you have talent like Sexton and Roxon on board, it's certainly possible. But we've seen it before, including the opener in Anaheim 1, where they also battled pretty far ahead of the rest of the pack. And in the end, Roxon won that race. The rest of the season was bad for him. Sexton won round 3. The rest of the season was pretty good, but he didn't win the title. I also think that Palo's a real love-hate track. There are some riders that don't like it. I don't know if it's anyone's fave, but some riders are definitely better there than others. I think maybe more of a separation compared to some other tracks. So we have to account for that as well. So it's really hard to say if this really means something, but I will say, as we go by this truck right here, good riding last week. I gave you some shout outs.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, hey, I mean, you gotta respect. That's Josh Mosman of the Motocross Action who qualified for the motos and did a good job going a lap down at the right time to get TV coverage. Hey, top Yamaha 450 guy right here, Christian Craig, and Duff.
Yeah.
Duff.
Dude, life is good.
It is good, it is good. And we talked on the plane yesterday, like, look, I know he was trying to lock down the Supercross title, but you were putting effort, you were putting focus preseason on getting this 450 motocross effort going.
Yeah, it wasn't much of a surprise to me to see how well Christian rode last weekend.
Yeah.
Because during Supercross, we were busting our butts and putting in the work until after that West Coast swing ended.
Yeah.
We came home and stayed off the 250 for 3 weeks.
Really?
So he went through 25 hours or something on the 450 before
Shoot.
Supercross even ended. So it was a way to keep him off Supercross, a little cross training here and there. And
Yeah.
I wasn't surprised with the result last weekend.
Because when you were riding, he was hauling. He was going good.
And he was also riding reserved because he wanted to keep himself in check, just to keep that red plate, to stay safe and healthy.
Yes.
But maybe that was better for him because he wasn't training himself to go wide open and just balls to the wall. He was able to just ride smooth, and I think it crossed over like it showed last weekend.
Okay, is this repeatable, Duff? Is this repeatable?
Man, I don't want to get caught up with my words and be too confident in my guy, but
Okay.
I have confidence in my guy.
There you go.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Okay, top Yamaha guy right now. Oh yeah, I'm beat up, Beef. I'm beat up. I won't try and avoid. Show me your scars, buddy.
Nothing.
Oh, nothing.
Serious.
But you had knee replacement, right, Bevo?
The last 2 times I flew into the airport
Yeah.
for Anaheim 3 in San Diego, I got a wheelchair. That's how bad it was.
That's what I'm trying to avoid. So I'm getting
The
stuff fixed
wheelchair?
now. Yeah.
Get it fixed.
No, I did. I'm a month out. This is post-op.
Oh, you got a surgery?
Yeah, there we
Oh,
go.
you had a little. What was yours?
That's ACL. That's how little they do now. Yeah.
This is total.
That's what I'm trying to avoid. I'm trying to get stuff fixed now so I don't have to do that later. You were looking at a motocross legend. I'll give you that. I will give you that, Beef. That's good life advice. Fix it now so you don't have to fix it later. So here's what I'm saying about this truck. Yeah, they got 2 bikes over there. Dylan Ferrandis is out. it has improved everyone's odds of winning this title immensely. Look, I know when we go to the year, 40 riders are tied in points, we go to the first gate drop, anybody can win, hashtag deep field, all that, but we have to be honest that Ferrandis was clearly the best guy last year, and if you take him out of the equation, everyone's pathway to the 450 National Motocross title gets that much better. So that alone is a big boost for Honda's hopes, because remember last year up until this race, which was the finale a year ago, Roczen was second in points. The only reason he got edged out is because he went down in the first turn here, gave up a bunch of points that day, and Tomac actually snuck in for second. But for 11 rounds, Roczen was either first or second in points. You want a photo?
Hello.
I like doing this stuff live. This is good stuff.
Good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's how we do it.
Wegandt.
Weigandt. Very good. And where are you from?
From
Republic.
Czech Republic.
Czech Republic,
Only
Europe.
for this race we
Special fly.
How many days are you here?
3 weeks, but big trip. We have big trip. By
Still Lakewood. Here?
Yes.
And Lakewood.
Oh, you'll go to Lakewood too? I will see you there.
Come.
That's a nice, I did that last year. California to Colorado, great move. You'll see a lot of stuff. High five me.
Bye.
Great move.
Bye.
Nice to meet you guys. We'll see you next week. Czech Republic all the way over. We've met before.
Yeah.
We have met before. I remember that. I am good.
Looks like you got a Somali.
It's getting better. That's the good part. So Honda's odds have improved, and I do want to mention while we're over here that this show is brought to you by the all-new Honda CRF250R. See this one over here with the red number plates on it and the number 1. That was actually the first outdoor race for that bike last weekend. So far, so good. Now Honda's really touting lighter, faster, stronger for 2022 on this 250. Did you notice the starts? Look, Jed has screwed up the first turns in a lot of races this year, but there have been a ton where about halfway down the start straight, he gets this unbelievable jump. He's just either, there were a couple Supercrosses where he got to the first turn first and crashed, and last week other guys were lined up further inside, but getting out of the gate, that bike has been a rocket. That helps. So thanks to Honda for backing our show. Now, back to the 450 program. Hey, Shane Drew. That was a really good weekend for you guys.
Yeah, not bad.
It's kind of not bad. Dominating every moto. Tell me, you're the suspension guy. Chassis?
I am
We say
450
chassis?
crew chief.
Crew chief. Oh.
450 crew chief.
Oh, okay, even better.
Yeah.
You're even
Yeah,
more
since-
qualified than I thought.
Yeah, when Lars went up team manager, I still oversee all the chassis stuff.
Yes.
But 450 crew chief. Yeah.
So you are just poisoning Lars at lunch away from running the whole operation, really. I mean, if you could just take him out.
I'm actually trying to keep him alive because I don't want that job.
You don't want that job, okay. Okay, that's fair. This isn't like royalty where you're trying to be king over here.
Yeah.
What has been the
Can you
advancement?
believe it?
What's that?
When I was here before,
Yeah.
Lars was basically sweeping the floors.
And
I
he
leave
is-
for 4 years, I come back as my boss.
He has lapped you. He has come through the pack, and he's lapped you. That's great.
I was laying on the side of the track for 4 laps, and I come back, and he's my boss.
And he's like
winning.
gone by. So what has been the advancement? I know your guys were up and down with the bike all year in Supercross, and there have been some great moments, even last year
some
too.
bad, yep.
And some bad.
Yep.
So what do you think has been the breakthrough, or is that going too far to even say that that's happened?
I don't think it's been a gigantic breakthrough. It's just been continuously, nonstop, just improving shit.
Yep.
So, yeah.
And there is a new bike coming for next year. Some of that stuff based on the things that you're learning
totally
here.
new, but
but there's some frame changes, so that affects your line of work.
Yep.
Is it all headed in this direction that you've figured out? Is life getting better and better over here?
Partly what we've done, but also we've known what's coming, so we've been kind of doing things that, with that in mind.
So the transition will be that much easier.
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant. Okay. So still, the guys are a lot happier than they were 4 months ago or so.
Yeah. And even, like I say, Supercross, it was just highs and lows, man. It was.
Yeah. Last thing, when we talk about outdoors, look, everyone's guessing a little bit when they come into the opener, and the tracks are different as we go on. So what are you going to have at round 12? How different do you think it might be than what we saw last weekend? Even though you won, is it still going to evolve?
If they keep winning, we're not changing anything.
Okay, all right, you're telling me there's a chance, actually.
Yes.
There's a chance, okay.
Yes.
So it doesn't have to go that direction?
No, we don't have to.
Okay.
Like every team, like obviously Chase, he was happy. We haven't changed anything since we tested with him in Florida after Salt Lake, basically.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
So, Kenny, he was good. If his bike was a little better, would he have went 1-1? I don't know.
Yeah.
Right? So we did have some minor changing with Kenny this week, but nothing radical.
Yes. So there's a chance 4 rounds in we're like, no, we threw that all away, but maybe not.
maybe not. Hopefully we can say we're still running what we had at Paula and we're still winning.
Okay.
Hopefully.
So that is in your time. That does happen sometimes where you nail it right off the bat. My last thing.
And you know, riders can make us look really good or really bad.
Oh yeah, they're very fickle. We know the bike's gonna get blamed no matter what. When we were going through days of Honda domination, like looking for other days like that, we brought up Glen Helen 99, where your rider, wrenching for Sebastian Tortelli, put one of the all-time rides. So, as good as it was last weekend, you guys were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5
we
that
were.
day.
But I will point out, that day, first round, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because I think Ryan Hughes was overriding too from here.
Yes.
But we didn't win the championship.
We did point that part out too. We pointed that out too.
That same year, Anaheim won. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I hate to say this, but we pointed it out too. I was leaving that part out.
Yes.
But
So we all know it's only one race,
Yes.
but yeah, our guys are phenomenal this year. They're all ready and they're all riding great. So.
Hey Lars.
Yeah.
He pointed out that he was like pretty important around here when you were on the bottom. And he's still pretty important, but you've actually leapfrogged all the way over him.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
Pretty cool, right?
Yes, you've come through the pack.
And, you know, and he reminds me of it weekly.
Okay, so this is not new news at all. I was just talking about the evolution, about how much happier, look, when you win, everybody's happy all the time. But clearly you guys have made some strides and some gains from where you were a few months ago. Clearly, has to be.
Just like I just said, it's just been evolving, just keep working and working every little thing.
Yeah. And it's hard when you have 4 really strong riders, and you're trying to give everybody attention, right? Either when it comes to testing or what you don't want to feel like they feel like you're giving attention more to the one guy and the other. When we always try to make it very even, you know, nobody's going to get special treatment.
Yes.
Kenny got the opportunity to run the shock. I know you guys were talking about that a lot.
Yes, RJ was all over that. RJ was all over the shock.
But you know, he had the same opportunity to run it, and he didn't choose it. So it was a little difficult to you know, make that happen. So anyways, then you know, 4 different riders and 4 different types of testing we've done. Really 3. Yeah.
Lawrence's are closer.
They're twins, basically. They're not brothers, they're twins.
Well, it doesn't help. Like, Lawrence's are in one spot in Florida.
Yeah.
At Chad's old place, compound. And then, you know, Kenny's at the Sandbox, and Chase is at Rat Trace. So they all have what they think is the best track, right? And so they want to test there. And honestly, none of them are bad. All the Florida tracks are great.
Sure.
So we spent a lot more time testing there than we did out. We didn't do. The funny thing is, we're really good at Paula, right?
Yeah.
We didn't test Paula like at all.
And you did not test it at Paula?
We didn't test there one time.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's,
our guys hadn't spun a lap there since the National last year.
Hey, that's actually encouraging news, though.
Yeah.
It's not like, hey, we're just lucky and good at this one track.
Yeah, that's what I keep telling myself too. It's like,
sure.
Hopefully we're just good everywhere else because we don't.
Yeah, we were actually a little bit more worried about coming to a California track to race.
Yes.
Because you know how it is, like the dirt over there is so much different, it's traction. And so yeah, it is encouraging, I think, for us too, that most of our testing was done on the soft stuff.
That's what we learn here when people are trying to figure out, is any rider getting favorable treatment? It doesn't matter. They don't want the same thing. You can give them the exact same options. They're not even going to choose it. So even if you have 2 of everything, it doesn't matter.
Lars pointed out a good thing. Like even, I wasn't here in the 80s, you know?
Yeah.
But I was here for the whole Carmichael era.
Yeah.
And even like Ricky, when he was dominating every moto.
Yeah.
Sebastian got the same thing. Ernesto, Nathan Ramsey. Everybody got the same amount of testing opportunity.
Yes.
And that's one thing Cliff White instilled in us. Like, man, everybody gets the same shot, and when the gate drops, it's up to them.
Right. Yeah. But they don't even choose. You give them all the same options, and they don't always choose the same stuff.
Kenny's bike and Chase's bike are pretty different right now, and they both won. And it's kind of like, you know, what I thought about was Ricky when he was on a CR250 in 03 outdoors.
Yeah.
Kevin was on a 450.
Yes.
They're battling completely different bikes. Even when they're on the same bike in 04, they would come back after battling, and Ricky's clutch would be destroyed. Kevin's is perfect.
Nice.
You know, and they went the same speed. Yeah. So like, riders are.
That's cool. No, that's what we like about the sport. There's so many different ways to do it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep. That's what makes it complicated for you guys, though. So far, so good. So far, so good. Yes, yes. Shane Drew, brutal truth. Yes, many seasons have started well. Will this one end well? That is the key. There is a pathway for many riders to get this done. It would be a massive breakthrough for Sexton or Roxon to win this title. But like I said, there are pathways for others. The Ryan Dungey thing, you got to admit that it's in play. You assume he's going to get better after being 5th. There are many pathways to this title at this point, but we do have to acknowledge that even with Ferrandis out, Yamaha still has quite a horse in the game with Eli Tomac. Now, it was alarming last week. What's up, everybody? When he was drifting back in the first moto, and I thought, oh no, maybe the knee's not good. We don't want to lose Ferrandis and Tomac at the same time. But he was better in Moto 2. Apparently, it was just bike setup. We always know with Eli, he has these weirdo motos where we're thinking something is horribly wrong, and then he's bike settings away from being awesome again, and apparently that was the case. So if he's in the mix, you also have to account for the fact that, as excited as we are about all these other stories, he could get it together, especially at Hangtown, where he has been unbelievable in the past. He could get it together and make all the stories from round one go away quickly. So we have to put the Tomac factor in as a factor as well. It's really exciting to have these many stories early in the season. Will they last? That is the real question, especially for those guys over there. Got the red plates. They're gonna hold on to it.